Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you may know, Boeing's Starliner has been one of the most talked about names in the space industry in 2024. However, it's not for the successes it has brought, but rather for the ongoing and increasingly serious issues it faces. Every day, incidents related to Starliner seem to pile up, raising questions about whether this spacecraft can complete its mission. One of the biggest concerns is the lack of a specific schedule for the return of the astronauts stranded on the spacecraft. This is not only a worry for NASA and Boeing, but also raises anxiety within the global space exploration community. After 70 days of relentless research and emergency meetings, a glimmer of hope has finally emerged. For the first time in this challenging journey, we have received positive news about the potential return of the astronauts. NASA has made a crucial decision regarding Starliner, a step that could pave the way for a safe return of the crew. However, what does this decision truly mean for the two astronauts still stranded on the International Space Station? Will they be able to return to Earth safely, or will they continue to face unforeseen delays and uncertainties? Currently, NASA astronauts Barry Wilmore and Suni Williams are facing a significant challenge on the International Space Station. They were initially sent on a short 8-day mission to test crew operations for Boeing's Starliner. However, due to ongoing technical issues with the spacecraft, their mission has extended beyond 2 months, with no specific date set for their return to Earth. This unexpected extension not only raises concerns about their safety, but also presents challenges related to health and logistics. Prolonged stays in a microgravity environment can lead to various consequences, such as muscle atrophy, bone weakening, and other physical issues. Psychologically, stress and mental fatigue are bound to increase, as the originally short-term mission has now turned into an extended ordeal. The delay in their return affects not only Wilmore and Williams, but also disrupts the entire schedule of the International Space Station. The station operates on a strict timetable, with missions and experiments planned years in advance. Their extended stay has caused delays in other missions, such as SpaceX's Crew 9, which must be postponed. This not only creates obstacles for NASA, but also impacts international cooperation and critical research being conducted on the ISS, where every second is crucial to the success of ongoing missions. The supplies on the International Space Station are carefully calculated based on the expected duration of missions. However, as the astronauts' stay extends beyond the plan, concerns about the availability of essential supplies such as food and medical resources have significantly increased. This creates additional pressure on NASA and international partners to manage resources efficiently while carefully considering future missions. The cause of this situation stems from the technical issues of the Starliner spacecraft developed by Boeing. Starliner has faced a series of technical challenges, causing delays in mission completion and disrupting NASA's schedule. Despite being selected as part of the commercial crew program and receiving nearly double the budget compared to SpaceX, Boeing has struggled to deliver a stable and reliable spacecraft. This has led many to question NASA's decision to prioritize collaboration with Boeing. NASA has also faced sharp criticism regarding how it has handled the situation. Instead of openly acknowledging that the astronauts are stranded on the ISS, NASA has described the situation as part of the process of addressing potential issues with Starliner. This has led to public frustration, and many have begun to worry about NASA's transparency. However, there have recently been signs that NASA has made progress in addressing Starliner's issues. On August 14th, NASA announced an important update, providing a clearer roadmap for the next steps in handling the situation. According to this, NASA has set September 6th as the tentative date for Starliner to depart from the ISS. This is a significant milestone, indicating that NASA has either resolved the issues or has made contingency plans for potential problems with Starliner. However, it should be noted that this is not the first time NASA has set a return date for Starliner, only to have it postponed. In recent months, the agency has repeatedly aimed to bring Starliner back to Earth, but each time the plans have been delayed due to unresolved technical issues. Originally, the mission was planned to last 8 days, with the intention of returning the astronauts by the end of June 2024. However, due to serious technical issues such as helium leaks and propulsion system malfunctions, NASA was forced to extend the mission duration to allow more time for analysis and testing. The return date was then postponed to June 26th, but further delays occurred due to additional issues, pushing the expected return to the end of July. The increasingly complex troubles led to another delay in early August as NASA continued to address issues with Starliner. Although a new tentative date for departure from the ISS has been set, there remains significant uncertainty about whether astronauts Barry Wilmore and Suni Williams will be able to return on Starliner. The decision will depend on several factors, particularly the final results of ongoing tests and evaluations of the spacecraft's critical systems, including the propulsion and power systems, which have been the main causes of the continuous issues. If the astronauts cannot return on Starliner, it is likely they will have to wait until next year and return on SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft. This is not only speculation from experts, but also something that the astronauts' families have begun to prepare for. In a recent interview, Deanna Wilmore, the wife of astronaut Barry "Butch" Wilmore, shared that their family has adjusted their expectations following the continuous delays. She mentioned that the family now almost does not expect Barry to return before February or March, reflecting the increasing likelihood that the astronauts may have to stay on the ISS until 2025. This poses not only a physical and psychological challenge for the astronauts, but also raises significant questions about the sustainability of space technology solutions. Will the combination of Starliner and other space vehicles be sufficient to meet the long-term needs of future missions, or will NASA need to reassess its options to ensure safety and effectiveness in space exploration? Deanna Wilmore's statement clearly illustrates the uncertainty and psychological pressure that the astronauts' families are facing. Although NASA has set a date for departure from the International Space Station, there are still many questions about whether the astronauts will be able to board Starliner when it leaves. The final decision will depend on the results of ongoing tests and evaluations, particularly for Starliner's propulsion and power systems, factors that have caused numerous troubles in the past. The level of risk for this mission is very high. If any issues arise during the return of the astronauts on Starliner, it could mark the end of Boeing's participation in NASA's Commercial Crew program. Boeing's reputation has been severely damaged this year, not only by issues with Starliner, but also by other high-profile problems, including the mysterious death of a whistleblower related to safety and issues with their commercial aircraft, leading to accidents and widespread criticism. If any further issues occur with Starliner, NASA might be forced to cancel the entire program. This would be a severe blow to Boeing, both financially and in terms of prestige, as they have invested heavily in Starliner to compete with SpaceX. Given these risks, the most feasible scenario that NASA might consider is returning Starliner to Earth without the astronauts on board, to avoid any potential dangers to their lives. In this case, NASA may need to rely on other space agencies, such as SpaceX or even Russia's Roscosmos, to ensure the safe return of Wilmore and Williams. Thank you for watching today's video, and I hope to see you in the next videos.